Rams at Titans.
I like the Titans in 5.5 points. This is the second lowest total on the board, so it's got a 23-20 feel to it. I'm going to take the 5.5 points. The Titans' mistakes in week 1 are easy to clean up. They had a lot of drop passes and penalties, but they got a real rush on Bo Nix. They forced Denver into 4 turnovers. And the Rams' offensive line, 2 of their top 3 offensive linemen are banged up. Rams scored on their final drive of the first half and their first drive of the second half, otherwise didn't score. So I think this is low scoring. I think the Titans' mistakes against an aggressive, very good defense were understandable for Cam Ward's first game. I think I'm going to take the Titans. I think it's a 23-20 game. I'll take the Rams to win, but I'm absolutely taking the 5.5 points with Tennessee.
All right, man. The Titans are going to be such a difficult team to predict until they finally can arrive a bit. Because I just think Cam Ward's got the potential, man, to be such a monster. Just such a beast. But he needs the support of his team. And the Rams have the ability to be so much more effortlessly dialed in because there's a ton of continuity there. Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay alone, like it's just going to be so much easier to just in any given moment just crank up the volume, and less so for the Tennessee Titans because of the youth coaching staff. Cam Ward being a rookie, things need to be more, a more ideal environment to be able to do that. And now they are at home, and it's Cam Ward's. Cam Ward's introduction, so to speak. And this is where you then have to ask yourself, how much do you trust the Titans? How much do you trust the coaching staff to be able to put together a great game plan to look significantly better this time around than last time around? Because that game was there for the Titans, that the opportunity was clearly there for the Titans, but it just seemed like there was too many failures. There was too many holes in the boat at that point. And so you got to ask yourself, like, how do they patch them up? How do they just get a new boat entirely and not even have to worry about it? Because if they can do that, this feels like a game that Cam Ward can really get settled. It's now week 2. He's not, a deer in headlights. He's going to be in a much more supportive environment. In terms of just like where you're playing and whatnot. This Rams offense was a bit lackluster. But it was get against what should be a great defense. Again, it's always hard to gauge all this stuff. Week 1, you just don't know. You're always kind of using last year's predictions, but it doesn't mean that there's any sense. There doesn't mean that that's going to continue on. And the Tennessee Titans did do a good job against the Denver Broncos, and the game was in balance for that whole game. But it was just couldn't quite execute it, all the penalties, et cetera, et cetera. But to me, it's like, I just want to see the Tennessee Titans make the game so much easier for Cam Ward. Just make it so much easier for him to distribute the ball and then actually come up with the ball, come up with the plays. So it's just like, I'm fascinated. I'm really, really fascinated because the Rams they're going to be a really well-coached team. And my one concern is that I definitely believe in the Rams defense and the defensive coordinator. And I always talk about this, like when you have that, one of the most consistent things for great defenses and great coordinators is their ability to get after young quarterbacks, specifically rookie quarterbacks, and just really make their life miserable. So to me, if the Titans lose this game, but Cam Ward plays a really good game, if he just plays a good game, well then it's actually a great game. It's actually an awesome game. So because of the circumstances and because of the defense and the quality of defense, I think you're necessarily facing. So that's what I'm going to be looking for more than anything. I have no strong sense who's going to win this game, honestly. Especially because what we saw out of the Titans last week is kind of like, it's just kind of like, what was that, right? There was just too many missed opportunities playing against a Denver Broncos team that was clearly also not playing at their best. It was a bizarre game for the Rams and the Texans. And so, there's just too many unknowns right now. I'm I'm surprised that Colin's even picking this game right now. Honestly, usually he stays away from these games that feel a little bit messier. So, all I'm looking for from the Tennessee Titans is just growth week after week after week, becoming more and more refined, more and more cleaned up, more and more supportive for your literal rookie quarterback, right? Like you just want to give the sense that you're moving forward, that you're moving forward. You don't need perfection, you don't need greatness, you don't need excellence. You just need to continue to move forward, to move forward, to move forward. So that's what I'm looking for more than anything rather than a hard score. But just keep in mind when you are watching this game that like Cam Ward is supposed to struggle against a defense like the Rams. They're supposed to struggle, and if he doesn't, to me that just will absolutely speak volumes about him. I mean, it was a great defense from the Denver Broncos, and I think he already, considering all the things that were happening in his first game ever, you're like, you know what? That was a way better game than even first meets the eye, let alone certainly than what the box score shows. So, well, what you want to just see what you can do in round 2, honestly. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Tennessee Titans and Cam Ward? Colin picking them to technically lose 23-20 because I'm not looking at this from a whole, spread 5.5 points. I'm looking at it just strictly based on the game itself. But let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. It's whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.